This is the Olight Arkfeld Pro. Let's get into it. Alright, before we get into the video, I wanted to mention that Olight is having their October sale from now until the 26th. So if you like the light and you want to buy it, click that link in the description during this sale and you can get it for $69. That is a massive price drop from the original $99. And even if you missed the sale, you can still get 10% off this light or anything else on the Olight web store besides the X9R using the coupon code APARMS, and that link is in the description. So included in the box, you have the light, you have the user manual, and you also get the magnetic charging cable. So here it is. This is the new Arkfeld Pro. It's no secret that the original Arkfeld and the Arkfeld UV are one of my favorite flashlights that Olight has ever released, and this one's no different. So real quick, the original Arkfeld had a green laser, and it also had a flashlight, so it's the 2-in-1 feature there. The Arkfeld UV had a flashlight and a UV light, so there's the 2-in-1. This is a 3-in-1, so it combined them both and gave you a UV light, a laser, and the flashlight. So starting up front, you can see the lenses here. You have the light on the left, you have the UV on the right, and then in the middle you have that dot there. That is actually for the green laser. Around it you have a nice blue bezel. On the front you see you have your main switch here, and the ring around it is how you select which mode. You have UV on the left, laser in the middle, and light on the right. And then you have that blue button in the middle to activate whichever mode you're on. And right here you can see these 4 little lights. That is actually a battery status indicator. Moving down the side you have some nice texturing there. Moving around the back you have a 2-position pocket clip. This allows you to use the light front end up or front end down. And then all the way around the back we have the magnetic charging port. And this is where you stick that magnetic charging cable that comes included in the box. And when using the cable you actually have a charging indicator built into it. You have a little light there. When it lights up red, that means it's charging, and when it turns green, that means it is fully charged. So let's go over how to use the light. Obviously you have your switch up here. Let's start at the far left, which is UV. We're going to push it all the way over there and then hit the middle button, and that activates the UV light. Push it again, turns it off, and there are no different brightness modes or anything for that. Moving it to the middle, you can see that that's lined up now. And again, if I push that button, it actually turns on the green laser. You can see it right there. Again, pressing it turns it back off. And then moving it all the way to the right activates the main light. And now when I press it, the main light will turn on. And this is where you have all your different modes. You can hold it while it's off to put into the lowest mode, which is moonlight. Then you can cycle through all your other modes by holding it. It'll cycle through it. To get into the highest turbo mode, you can double tap. And then to put it in strobe mode, you just triple tap. The light also has a lockout mode, so to enter the lockout mode, all I do is I press and hold this until the light turns off. That takes approximately 2 seconds, and now when I push the switch, nothing happens. To get out of lockout mode, you have to hold it for 1 second, and you can see that it turns on, and now the light is back to working. And this does come in the box locked already, so you will have to deactivate lockout mode before you can use the light. You also have a timer built into this, so while the light is on, if I double tap and hold, you can see that it will blink twice. If I do it again, it's only going to blink once, and that is the short timer, and that is a 3-minute timer. And then to cancel it, just turn the light off. Also, a really awesome mode, while the laser is on, I can double tap the switch, and that will turn on the light. So you can actually run the light and the laser at the same time. And you can also press and hold to change the brightness of the white light while the laser is on. And if I just want to turn off the white light and keep the laser on, I just double tap it and that'll leave the laser on. And to turn off the laser, just hit the switch again. They give you a lot of features packed into the small little light. So let's go over all the different brightnesses and what their output is. So pressing and holding the switch puts it into moonlight mode. That is a brightness of 1 lumen, but it'll run at that brightness for 11 days straight. Pressing and holding the switch puts it into low mode. That is a brightness of 15 lumens and will run at that for 55 hours. Medium mode has a brightness of 100 lumens, and it will run at that brightness for 9 hours and 45 minutes straight. Holding it again into high mode, it has a brightness of 420 lumens. It'll run at that brightness for 135 minutes. Afterwards, it'll step down to 24% of its original power and run for an additional 12 minutes. And then double tapping it puts it into that super bright 1300 lumen mode. It'll run at that brightness for 4 minutes until it steps down to 32% of its original power and run for an additional 126 minutes. Also, there are 2 different LED color options. You have a cool white and a neutral white. This is the cool white, which I prefer. Under the UV setting, it has an optical power output of 900 milliwatts, and after 5 minutes it goes down to 560 milliwatts and will run for an additional 310 minutes. The UV light also has a wavelength of 365 nanometers. The green laser has an output of 0.39 milliwatts and will run for 174 hours straight. That also has a wavelength of 510 to 530 nanometers. Again, this is a maximum brightness of 1300 lumens, maximum throw of 102 meters, this IPX7 waterproof rated, as well as 1 meter drop test rated. It also weighs 3.9 ounces, has a length of 4.7 inches, a width of just over 1 inch, and a height of 0.6. That's super thin. So let's go ahead and get this guy outside at night and see how it does. Alright, here we are with the Arkfeld Pro at night. Let's go ahead and start out in moonlight mode. Alright, and there's moonlight mode. You can see even though it's 1 lumen, it still lights up the area pretty nicely. Moving up into low mode. Alright, and there's low mode. Let's go into medium mode. Alright, and there's medium mode. Let's go ahead and enter high mode. Alright, and there's high mode. Let's go ahead and double tap for turbo. Alright, and there's turbo mode. Look how insanely bright that is. That's 1300 lumens. I'm gonna go ahead and triple tap it into strobe mode for just a second. Alright, that's super bright and disorienting. Wow. Alright, let's go ahead and put it into laser mode. And look just how bright that green laser is. That's really bright. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and flick it over into UV mode. Oh, and look how crazy that looks on the driveway. You can see the different materials that make up the concrete illuminating differently under that UV light. That looks insane. Alright, we're back in the laser mode. I just wanted to show you that you can do the laser and the light at the same time. So laser on, and we'll double tap the light. Alright, and there's both of them. You can see they're both on at the same time. Double tap the light again to turn it off. And we're back in laser only mode. That's so cool. So, going over my final thoughts on the Arkfeld Pro. This light is awesome. I really like it a lot. Combining all the features of the previous Arkfelds into one nice package is really cool. They've also boosted the performance over the previous models in this Pro model, so it's a really awesome light overall. It is a little bit larger than the previous model, as you can see, but that also makes it easier to hold in the hand, and all that power output, it is worth a little bit of a size increase. So if you liked the video, be sure to hit like, subscribe if you want to see more videos like this. Be sure to check out that sale. It runs from now until the 26th. Even if you miss that sale, you can still get 10% off anything on the Olight web store besides the X9R using that coupon code APARMS. And again, I'll leave a link in the description for everything. So thanks again for watching. Make sure you're subscribed, hit that bell if you want to see more videos like this, and see you later.